What's going on, everybody in the BC? Craig here, once again, back from my sort of hiatus, if you will. Back to shoot a awesome update. Got a whole bunch of different stuff: CDs, cassettes, 7 inches, full length, 12 inches, the works. Been kind of absent video-wise. Just been super busy between work, band stuff, finally getting my house completed. Only a couple weeks away, so hopefully the next video I shoot will be from there. We'll see. If I find anything record store day wise that has to be shown, I'll shoot a video, or else next time you see me, we'll be in a better lit environment and also my home, everything on display, so I'll be able to do a huge music room tour and all that other shit. So just go ahead and get right into it because I got a lot to show. Background music, as always, playing something cool. Shuttered Room by The Fix, a classic. If you don't have it, pick it up. If you love early 80s, new wave, really stark, cold stuff, this is where it's at. The Fix are definitely underrated. They're only known for their, handful of big hits, so to speak. Their albums themselves are fucking killer. Fucking killer. Alright, so let's start with the CDs, and a great lead-in. First things first, King Biscuit Flower Hour, The Fix, recorded November 30th, 1982, so pre The Fix being a huge band. Like, they're on their first US tour. Tracks on here, like early versions of stuff that was on Reach the Beach. A lot of stuff from Shuttered Room, some stuff that wasn't released here in the US. So this is just a kick-ass live show, well recorded, and great stuff. And on the live kick, Van Halen live right here, right now, well recorded, definitely a great document from the Van Hagar years. A lot of stuff on here from Lawful Carnal Knowledge and stuff like that. Great tour. I need to actually get the visual of it too. So those are the CDs. Let's get on to the cassettes. We got a lot. So, alright, a nice plethora of stuff. I mean, all over the board. I can't help but want to crank this album up. So, let's jump right into it. Golden Earring, Something Heavy Going Down. Great live album from '84. Very solid. Very cool if you're into Golden Earring. A sealed copy of Albert Collins, Robert Cray, and Johnny Copeland, Showdown. Still sealed. I haven't opened this one yet, so I'm looking forward to listening to this. Fire and Ice by Yngwie Malmsteen from 1991? 92. My Malmsteen collection sort of stops at Trilogy. I know, very minimal, but I was really into that early Malmsteen period. Obviously Steeler and Alcatraz, but looking forward to digging into this one. I don't have to talk too much about this one. Caress of Steel by Rush. Not their best, but still solid. One of my favorite albums of all time. This album kicks ass. Slave to the Grind by Skid Row. Fuck yeah. God, now I just need to find out vinyl. This one's for you. I know LJ showed this one recently. Wicked Sensation by Lynch Mob. George Lynch. Favorite guitarist from the 80s. Move Over, Eddie Van Halen. George Lynch. Alright, next stack. What do we have to say about this? Slippery When Wet by Bon Jovi. The Best of Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Very cool. Nice starting out point for ELP. I mean, I already have everything, but it's always cool. Cassettes are a novelty. LJ, I know, said that in his most recent video. Very cool for the collector and stuff like that. So, but I also listen to them religiously, just like I do vinyl. She's So Unusual by Cyndi Lauper. This album I've listened to about 3 or 4 times, and it is just killer. Really cool early 80s stuff. 99 Love Balloons by Nena. It's really cool. Check it out. And Greatest Hits by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Next stack. Just an epic classic. Thin Lizzy, Jailbreak. Got 4 here. Kind of knocked out a few discographies with this cassette haul. 4 from Lita Ford. Got Out for Blood. Dancing on the Edge. Dangerous Curves, and Stiletto. Obviously missing the self-titled Lita album, but cool start. Mott the Hoople's Greatest Hits. Great introduction to Mott the Hoople. Definitely a overlooked band in some regards. On to killing some more discographies here. We got 3 from Rat. We got Invasion of Your Privacy, Dancing Undercover, and Detonator. We got 2 from Culture Club. Go from Rat to Culture Club. We got I believe this is it's a Mexican pressing of Kissing to Be Clever, so that's a cool part of novelty, cassette collecting too. Finding an import copy of a cassette. Great album, by the way. And Waking Up with the House on Fire. Not their best, but hey, let's go with it. Alright, now we'll end off with the last stack here. We got, just go from one end of the spectrum to the next. 2 from Taco. We got After 8 and Let's Face the Music. Totally unfamiliar with any of Taco's work besides putting on the Ritz, so interested to see what these have to offer. And if they're not that great, still cool to have. Grand Funk Hits. Really cool introduction to Grand Funk Railroad. Stick It To You by Slaughter. I'm not impressed. I mean, I love Up All Night, Flight of the Angels, but it's cool, but just, I can't remember what song it was. Oh, really bad. She Wants More. If you get a second, check out that song. That song is just god awful. Ugh, terrible. Fucking terrible. But hey, whatever, One end of the spectrum to the next. Ugh. Unplugged by Rod Stewart. Yeah. Live from Earth by Pat Benatar. Exposed by Vince Neil. I remember when this came out. I know it was only, was that 90, this is 92? 93? 93, yeah, so I was 7. I remember when this came out and seeing, I don't remember how many videos were on this. I remember seeing a video and stuff on MTV a bunch, so definitely remember that one. Just a classic. Purple Rain. One I now can say I have, actually a lot of these now I have in all 3 formats. Very Best of Sting and the Police. Texas Flood by Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble. Ah, yeah. Great guitarist. And Boys in Heat by Britney Fox. Say what you want. Britney Fox was awesome and totally overlooked. Wrong timing. Should have been a few years earlier, and they would have been even bigger than they were. Alright, 7 inches. Now, same as, like, cassettes and stuff, okay, here, let me explain it. With cassettes, yeah, I buy a lot, and I actually listen to them. About 1/3 of as much as I listen to vinyl and CDs. But with 7 inches, like, I don't really actively go out and seek them. I mean, they're everywhere when it comes to Like my local store, Goodwill's, shit like that, I run into a ton all the time. And I honestly don't even look at them at all. And I don't really listen to them and stuff. I just collect them more as a novelty. It's like how cassettes are a novelty, you know, like, hey, you know, I just picked up a bunch of cassettes. I'm not going to listen to them all the time, but I have them. Similar in the same way to 7 inches, except I really don't spin these at all unless I'm in the mood to, like, just sit next to the turntable and keep popping on, you know, song after song after song. So, but I picked up a small batch here just because they were kind of eyeballing me, and I had to, and they were like super, super cheap. So, let's go with it. Take on Me by Aha. Now, if I actually pull out some of these, a lot of these are actually either white label or actual promo, so I couldn't pass them up. Promotion, not for sale. Regular Warner Brothers label, so a little deceiving on that one. I know this one's a white label. How Can I Refuse by Heart, one of my favorite Heart songs of all time, and I know I said that when I showed this album, Passion Works, a few months back. White label promo on Epic. I don't think I'll take all of these out, but there's a select few I will show. Let's Work by Mick Jagger, another white label promo on Columbia from his album Primitive Cool. Mick Jagger's solo work. Some good, some bad. Hit or miss. Now, I know I talked about this album in my Stones video. Talk Is Cheap by Keith Richards, another white label promo on Virgin. Very cool. Couple to add here. Something for you, Dwayne. Misunderstanding with Between the Lines by Genesis, and Into Deep, the B-side, I'd Rather Be With You, which I don't believe, no, these are just regular, on Atlantic. I believe the same for this as well. So, very, very cool. Little by Little by Robert Plant on the Esperanza label. Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, Fire, promoting his live box set, and also a white label promo. Rock Me by Great White, which also a white label promo on the Capitol label. Don't You Want Me by the Human League on the A&M label, well, A&M Virgin I should say, and Overkill by Men at Work on the just normal Columbia label. So, alright, that's it for the 7 inches. Now, on to the full-length 12 inches. Now, the first two are ones that I bought at my local store a couple weeks ago. The rest are all eBay finds. One album out of the bunch is, I've been so excited to have this. I've been looking for it for so long, and in this condition and the price, yeah, it's grail material. Even though it's not like high on my like favorite albums of all time list, it's still grail. So let's get into it. All right, first album is a upgrade copy. Now, when it comes to upgrades, it just depends on where I'm kind of at. Like, some I don't really care, like what pressing was, like, oh, if I had a, second pressing and then I came across a first pressing or a third pressing or some shit, it's not too huge of a deal. I'm not worried. But when it comes to especially classic albums, or like an album that I originally got on mono and it was a first pressing or second pressing, whatever, and it's a particular label or something along those lines, then I'm very particular and I have to have that exact same copy. lucked out here on this one. Beatles 6. Now this is a mono pressing on the Rainbow Capital label. So very cool. I have an exact same copy of this I've had since I was for about 13, 14 years. But my copy was just, it was pretty well loved when I got it then, and obviously I showed it some love and had some writing on it and split cover and stuff like that, so I had to kind of doctor it. And I found this copy and it's just amazing condition. And I mean, I only had to spend, I think, $12 for this. And I mean, there's a little bit of staining and stuff like this, but I mean, this is a complete upgrade compared to mine. So Beatles collection is very happy now. And one I've been on the lookout for, War Heroes by Jimi Hendrix. A posthumous release from, I believe, 1972. Yep. And not one of those Alan Douglas ones. So pretty excited. Definitely one that was released, obviously a couple years after his death, and along in kind of in the same vein as like Cry of Love or In the West type of stuff. You're not getting some, you're not getting like what you got on Crash Landing or Midnight Lightning, where it was, hey, we finished the tracks, and you can definitely tell, these are pretty solid tracks, and there's no Redding on Highway Child, Tax Free at Midnight, and then the rest of the band is Mitch Mitchell, Billy Cox, and Jimi Hendrix. So stuff, I mean, when you look at the titles and stuff, it's stuff that was left from the First Rays and the New Rising Sun stuff. So very cool. And now, sorry, I'm really tired. We've got 6 eBay titles, stuff that I got. 5 of them I just got today, so that's why I'm shooting this now. And while I'm at it, we're going to switch over to side B. I just love that. Alright. Oh yeah, Lost Plains. Killer track. Alright. 3 of these are from the same artist. One of these is one I'm so happy to find. One is my grail, and one is just, you know what, I'm sure if I went to a different town I'd find this in the 50-cent bin or dollar bin, but I never see it, and I had to have this because I've just been on a real kick of needing it, and I couldn't wait to go and find it. So, and I actually got a really killer deal, and it came with another set of vinyl, so I got a really good shipping deal. So the price was really cheap anyway, so who cares? Alright. And I can't comment on it because I haven't actually listened to the entire album yet, so maybe I'll give it a review later. After the Snow by Modern English. We're all familiar with the song I Melt With You, so don't really have to talk too much, but it's a killer album, and I'm really looking forward to digging into it. An artist I don't think I've heard anything really on the BC about him. And a couple things here and there from a few people, but it's not a mainstream artist that you hear about all the time. And I love him. Loved him since I was a kid, and I will still love him, and I'm so glad to find all these, and nobody was jumping on these. I'm fucking surprised. I think small bidding war, but with like one other person, and they wouldn't even go higher than a couple bucks. I'm like, you never see these, and you're only, like, I was really surprised that they would only shoot up a couple dollars. So, to get the deal I did was fucking insane. So, they are 3 from the Del Fuegos. Such an underrated, great band. I mean, do yourself a favor, just, you're on YouTube already, look at the Del Fuegos, start watching some videos, find some tracks of some of the songs, just give them a listen. Great 80s rock tunes, killer stuff. So, got The Longest Day, personal favorite of mine, Boston, Mass, and a promotional copy, see it there, of Stand Up. Killer stuff. Alright, this one, hopefully you're watching, Dwayne. I know you'll appreciate this one, and any of you other Yes fans out there will appreciate this one. One of my definitely favorite just general album of mine that I got into probably about 4 or 5 years ago, and I've been actively searching for since then, actually, and just happened to come across a copy last week, and no bites on it. All the other copies that I was looking at, were in condition, and they were wanting way more money, and there was only a handful of auctions going on at the time. So this one I got a sick deal, and I think I spent with shipping less than $10, and I'm so happy to have it. One for the Yes and Family collection, One Live Badger by Badger. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Badger, kind of open up the gatefold here. If you notice over here, got Tony K, original keyboardist for Yes. Left the band after the Yes album, which my personal favorite Yes album. It's kind of like a pun sort of thing going on. Just a great live album. Their first release too, which is really cool. Very solid. Just great stuff. Do yourself a favor if you're a fan of the early Yes period, especially the Yes album. You will love this. Give it a listen. I'm sure you'll be able to find it, digitally. Give it a listen. It's really solid. Great artwork here from Roger Dean. Open it up here for everybody. Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to spinning this here very soon. And now on to my Grail find. Everybody knows I'm a huge fan of The Clash, and you'll actually see that in my music room, hopefully, if I remember to put some shit up. I've been actively searching for this album for years, and every time I go for a copy in lesser condition than what I've got here in my hands, the cards never have played in my favor. Too much money, just like way out of my league. Just the condition that I don't feel comfortable with, and it has eluded me for so long, and I got really lucky on this. I spent about $16-17 with shipping to get this, and the seller didn't even have a really great description. Just said it's in very good condition, a few scratches, I think, I don't know, by me. The only thing that really caught my attention was that this album is in the shrink. That's a good sign, and it looked like it had really sharp corners. I'm like, alright, I'll go with it. I can't, I don't see any vinyl. I can't zoom in and check anything out. I'm pretty much screwed. But, we'll give it a shot. Hopefully I don't get screwed like I did on my copy of London Calling. And I did not. Oh, thank you, God. Sandinista. This thing, sharp corners on every edge. Very light, the lightest of wear. I mean, literally, I think this thing was just popped open, listened to maybe once or twice, and put right back. I mean, I'll pull one of the albums out here. I don't know if you can see the light here. It's just in mint, as Dwayne would put it, minty fresh. Came with the original Armageddon Times insert, fully intact, no tears, no rips, no bends, nothing. I mean, like 2 out of the 3 albums were static clung to the paper insert. And when I pulled them out, no dust, no anything, just it's like it's 1980 all over again, and I'm opening this up for the first time. Oh, so happy to get this, and for so cheap. I mean, I've lost out on auctions that would go for $25, $30, you know, and were just, you know, not even this good a condition. I had one auction that I think, you know, I got up to like $10, $12, nothing big, but I mean, the cover was shot, the vinyl was, you know, playable. Ooh, so cool. You don't get this lucky every day, you know, to find an album, you know, this old and in this great condition and for the price. Just, some days you get really lucky on eBay, others you want to just go ahead and just pull the trigger and say, I'm done collecting vinyl, which is how I've felt certain days, and renewed my faith in people on eBay again. So, you know, and I am an eBay buyer, so very, very happy and very excited about that. So, that concludes the update. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Like I said, I will possibly shoot an update if I find anything record store day wise. Not really actively, you know, looking for anything in particular. If I find something, I find something. If I don't, no big deal. Or else, next time you see me will be in a new environment, new music room. Actually, a couple of music rooms I'll have. So I'll be shooting a music room tour, and hopefully at that point I will also incorporate some sort of update and stuff. Just depends on how much I want to spend. Can't stop buying vinyl. So I just want to say a quick thank you to all of my new subscribers. I know I've just added a few more in the last couple of weeks, so welcome aboard. Glad to see that somebody else out there besides myself wants to listen to me ramble. Thank you to everybody for watching, commenting. Hope everybody is well, doing great. We're hitting spring full throttle, man. So going into summer, lots of great things happening. So stay tuned, and I will catch you guys soon. Peace.